So, three things you can do right now to help your health and fitness. Three very quick things. First of all, before you have breakfast, have a pint of water. I got this tip from Jenson Button, the ex-Formula One driver. I remember him saying it in an interview. I thought, I'll give it a go. I've been doing that for years now. I don't know if it's based in science, but apparently it's supposed to kickstart your metabolism in the morning, and it flushes your system out. I also drink a lot of water during the day. I just drink 3 or 4 of these, obviously to rehydrate after exercise, and for numerous reasons. It's good for, it helps lubricate your joints, it's good for your skin, good for your muscles. It's a real, just an easy win, no brainer. Drink a lot of water. Does this mean you'll wee a lot? Yes, you will. You'll do a lot of weeing. The second is sleep. Sleep 7 or 8 hours if you can. Sleep is just really underrated, and it's starting to get, we've got a lot more sort of information now and books and podcasts and stuff like that about sleep, which is great. But especially if you're doing sort of endurance-y type stuff, or doing a lot of exercise, an athlete, it just helps rebuild your body, your system. It's a really important part of your recovery. Now, obviously, life sometimes means that you don't get a lot of sleep if you've got young kids, or you've, for whatever reason, you're not getting your full sort of quota. And this is going to be different for different people. Some people are fine on 5 to 6 hours. Some people need 7 or 8, 9. It's completely a personal thing. Really try and, again, dial in. Don't be passive with it. Really try and understand what works best for you. Having a really nice sleep environment, so you've got a really nice dark room. Preferably it's cold. You put away your electronics and stuff like that, the bright lights, a little bit, an hour or so before you're going to sleep, and just let your mind just wind down quite naturally, rather than this sort of stimulation, or this light stimulation that we tend to give it these days. And if it's something you're really struggling with, if you have sort of insomnia or any of those symptoms, then really try and either speak to a doctor. Definitely don't go down the medication route though, because from what I understand, that's just a no-no. This is a really good book about sleep. Matthew Walker, he's been on loads of podcasts and stuff as well, so if you're not a reader, you can get the gist of it through lots of interviews on YouTube and things like that. But it's well worth a read, and it really helped me understand the importance of sleep. And the third one for now is just patience. Really try and exercise patience. It's very much a long-term project that you're embarking on here if you're trying to lose weight. Things like weighing yourself every day, I don't think that's a really good idea, because it kind of doesn't set you up for a fall, but if you don't like the number that you're getting back, it can, when you look at the scale and you, oh my god, that's not what I want to see, or it's just going to put you in a bad sort of start to your day, or a bad place to begin with. And weight, it fluctuates 3 or 4 pounds every day. It's very difficult to you can get some very good scales these days, but unless you're a pro athlete, it's very difficult to get a very accurate reading every day. And it is one input to weight loss, but it's not the only input. There's lots of other things at play. So, things like, I always think that you might stay the same weight on the scales for a couple of weeks, but you might just notice that your belt's a little bit, you need to tighten it up a little bit more and things like that. It's one input, but don't let it override everything else. It's part of the process. It's not the whole process by all means. Again, it's just that looking 6 months, 9 months, where do I want to be? How much weight do I want to have lost? It's having the patience, but again, don't be passive with it. Just, if you're doing something and for whatever reason this method isn't working for you, or you've stopped losing weight, or you kind of feel like you've plateaued, just take a step back and try and look what you're doing, look at what you're eating, look at your exercise. Has your exercise plateaued? Have you started eating a few more snacks again? Things like that. Just don't be passive with it. Patience is a virtue. Possess it if you can. That's it. Just 3 little quick tips